Hello everyone, welcome to the Mental Health for Life channel. This time, we will be discussing how to relieve loneliness. Human beings thrive through their connections. Even the most gifted of individuals is only able to shine because of how they're interwoven into the fabric of society, unisolated. As one's connection to their society, home, and friendships diminish, a pervasive sense of loneliness can set in. Loneliness is an alarm the heart sounds, warning us not to be alone. Frequently, in moments of loneliness, we tend to try to fulfill our desires and material wants. This might involve indulging in our favorite foods, looking to socialize with others over drinks, making purchases, or seeking online connections through social media platforms. There are a plethora of these swift fixes for loneliness readily available to us. These things may temporarily relieve the loneliness we feel, but don't we often soon find ourselves back in that same loneliness, possibly even more lonely than before? When you're hungry, if you indulge only in quick and tasty junk food, your body would certainly get sick. Because eating is not only a matter of satisfying hunger, but also helping you grow and maintain good health. In that same way, if you respond to loneliness by simply indulging in what amounts to social junk food, you can expect your mind to grow sick and your heart not to grow. You may sometimes hear of Buddhist monks cloistering themselves within temples. This doesn't just happen in Buddhism though. In fact, many religions have a practice of voluntarily subjecting themselves to solitary situations. The purpose of this isn't to intentionally harm their bodies or minds, but to cut off all the external stimuli and feel something in their solitude in order to actually develop their mind. The concept of enlightenment varies across religions and individuals, yet certain shared elements exist. This pursuit aims to recognize the profound, unseen force of life and love shaping our world. It also underscores our existence as a humble being sustained within this greater existence. When we have these kinds of experiences, our hearts grow and we become less anxious and irritated over trivial things, and we become kinder to others. So, solitude is not inherently such a bad thing. In fact, if used well, it can be an opportunity for self-reflection and personal growth. However, such practices can prove immensely challenging for most ordinary individuals like us. Something that might work would involve engaging in deliberate periods of solitude that are thoughtfully structured to aid in personal growth as much as possible. Here's 5 potentially meaningful ways to resolve your loneliness. Number 1. Talk to someone who understands you. Deep within the human heart resides the innate longing for validation. When we feel understood and accepted, we feel validated as a person. If even just one person in the world understands your struggles and suffering, you will feel less lonely. Ideally, this person would be someone close to you like a family member who can counsel and guide you, but oftentimes it's your family that tend to be the ones furthest from your heart. It might be worth it to summon up the courage and try to ask a friend or role model for advice. If that's not possible, professional counseling could be another option. Number 2. Do what makes others happy. No relationship begins out of standing by purely idle. It may be true that exceptionally attractive people may have people approach them, but even they have to carry on the interaction. But in most cases, you have to be the one to approach others. This is one way you can start resolving your loneliness, by pleasing or entertaining others. Most people return this with appreciation and enjoyable communication. Start with something simple, like birthday gifts to family and friends, or reaching out to someone who is lonely. Pride often makes it difficult to initiate action, and it is said that those with a high sense of pride are more prone to falling lonely. Number 3. Get in touch with nature. Many people who visit beautiful scenic observation points to snap pics for their Instagram report experiencing a sensation of energy from the spot that could be felt but not seen. This is likely because the energy of life is embodied wholly by nature. It is not a bad idea to take a deep breath, have a seat in nature in places like a park, and just forget all about time. If it's within your means, keeping a pet or growing plants can also be a good idea. Number 4. Forge relationships outside the workplace. A workplace is a place of business focused on gatherings that generate profits. Because a company's main activity is the production of wealth, employees are often evaluated based on their aptitude and achievements, with their main competition being their peers. Spending too long in these sorts of environments can certainly tire the mind. However, gathering centered on hobbies fosters relationships without these interests, providing a comfortable place as well as a sense of purpose. You could consider attending gatherings centered on your hobbies alongside your workplace gatherings. Number 5. Exercising. If you are constantly working at a desk and not getting enough exercise, the stress may cause you to start feeling lonely. There is a strong connection between the mind and body, and exercise can certainly help to relax and open up your mind because of that. What's more is this doesn't even require intense exercise at a gym. A brisk 20-minute walk about 4 times a week is more than enough to clear the mind. This pattern of exercise has also been proven to prevent depression and dementia. So, as we wrap up here, one thing we want to highlight is if you continuously suffer from loneliness, that may be a symptom of depression. The feeling of being alienated and alone, even when among people, is also a symptom of depression. Please keep in mind, loneliness can also cause insomnia, loss of appetite, and other problems in daily life. If you experience these symptoms, you may be depressed, which you should consider consulting a professional about. This was the Mental Health for Life channel. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.